everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mina and I'm back with another rising sign video for you guys. If you haven't already, hit subscribe just so we can keep hanging out and talking about astrology together. I do want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has purchased a reading from me. I really appreciate you so much. A special thanks for my friend RJ, Brendan, and Jacob. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. If you're interested in a reading, shoot me an email and we'll set it up. Alright, you guys, we're going to dive into Gemini Rising and talk about how a Gemini Rising sees the world. How can you polish yourself? And love tips if you're interested in a Gemini Rising romantically. If that sounds like something you like, I invite you to stick around, stay the whole time. Alright, the rising sign is how we see the world, you guys. It is our armor, the tools we utilize to go about our daily lives and navigate our very complicated lives on this planet. It explains our daily behaviors, our behaviors in terms of survival and our behaviors in terms of making mundane decisions, everything like that. It's such an innate, automatic part of us that we can't really take off. So it's not a mask, it's just a very deep part of us, just like the moon. It's not something we can change. We can elevate our energies, but it's there to stay because it's our basic tools we were born with to make sense of our environment and to navigate our environment and to get what we want out of life. So how does a Gemini rising see the world? A Gemini rising is seeing the world from a very cerebral lens because Geminis ruled by Mercury. It's an air sign and it is of the mutable quality. So a very quick, intelligent mind here, nimble, able to slip in and out of different modes of thinking and processing. Mercury is really the planet that explains everything that happens in our minds, how we process information, how we output information, how we talk to others. It's all about communication and brain, basically. And if you're a Gemini rising, what is your safety? How do you feel safe navigating this world? Well, you feel safe as long as you're mentally on. You never allow yourself to turn off your brain because your brain is your biggest weapon in this life, and you feel like you can never take a break. You have to be a million steps ahead of someone intellectually. You have to be the person most in the know in your immediate environment. You have to know everything about what's going on, and you don't want someone to one-up you in that way because that might make you feel unsafe. You want to be the person who knows the most in this way and that has the most information, because with the collection of information you feel very safe because you use that information to protect yourself in this everyday life, to reap abundance, to get desired outcomes. You use data that you gather from listening to conversations, to having conversations with people, from your visual observations of your environment, books, social media, everything. You're always taking things in on purpose because you need this data to feel safe, and with this data you're going to be able to gauge how certain people are thinking, because it's really important for you as a Gemini rising that you really understand how people think in your everyday life, like especially people that you have to interact with every day. You want to get into their minds and understand their mental perspective because you'll know how to talk to them, because you're master communicators, and you will know the exact style of communication you will have to use to disarm people and to get information or to make certain things happen for you. It's really amazing, this talent you guys have to really slip in and out of these social modes. This quality of yours, this kind of duplicity that you do embody in your everyday life, because you are able to be a social chameleon and a comedian too in your life. You know, you can slip in and out of ways of being to relate to different groups of people, to get information out of different groups of people, to just whatever you want to do with it. You're able to slip in and out of different personalities, and that can give you a bad reputation for being two-faced. I don't think this is true. I just think it's your superpower, and if I had it, I would use it. So I don't judge you at all. I think you're just misunderstood because you do have this high social intellect and you can just read people because you're always mentally on. You have that detective energy because you need to feel like you're ahead of everyone in that way, because when you feel like you're not the smartest person or not the most informed person in the room about the immediate surroundings, you could feel unsafe. So it's not just like an ego issue here with wanting to feel the most in the know. It's like you feel most tucked in, safe, in control when you feel like you are the person who knows the most. Because you have these communication superpowers, you can really take control of a conversation. If it's not going a way you want it to go, you can flip the script and do all types of Gemini sorcery to it. Very, very envious of you guys. Gemini rising is also very moment to moment because you guys are so quick and you want to be free. You want to be free to explore your curiosity, and that's what makes you feel safe too in life. You don't want to feel like you're boxed in and like you can't entertain the things that make you curious. You want to have that freedom to branch out and mentally explore. Because Gemini rising people need to feel mentally on to be safe, they can suffer mental burnout a lot of the time because a big part of their safety is like they can't sleep mentally. So it's really important that Gemini risings, that you, to the best of your ability, try to give yourself some mental vacation time to really soothe your mind, to keep your powers at maximum capacity, because you will be prone to these times of mental burnout and overstimulation because you're taking in so much stuff from your environment because you need that data. You need that data to live your life and to get your desired outcomes and to just navigate this world. It's understandable, but definitely need to watch out for that burnout and overstimulation of your mind. Gemini rising also has another superpower. You guys are just amazing multitaskers. You can really tackle life's little problems, like a bunch of little problems all at the same time. And you're not concerned with perfection like Virgo is. You just want to get it done. You kind of have a get it done mentality and you want to get it done quickly, and you can kind of get annoyed when things aren't moving quickly and maybe a little bit impatient because you're such a quick, like in the air energy. You don't like things that slow you down, and you really do feel the deep need to understand things that are really important to you. If you feel like you don't have a sufficient understanding of something, of someone, or of an issue, you will keep digging like a detective, like a journalist, until you get to the bottom of it, until you feel satisfied. Ooh, that's another thing, you guys. Because Gemini risings are never off mentally, I don't care if they're 100 feet away, always assume that they're listening to your conversation because they really can take in data from multiple sources. And even if you think they're sleeping, it's like they're just always listening. Their ears are open because their brains are just hungry for more and more and more information. So definitely be careful with that. How can you polish yourself, Gemini rising? Well, to answer that question, we have to go to the 7th house, to the descendant. And your descendant is going to show you what energy you need to feel like you're in a balanced and healthy relationship, and also qualities you can incorporate into yourself to make your rising sign energies feel a little bit more polished, a little bit more in balance. So let's talk about the partnership element. Your descendant is in Sagittarius. Now, does that mean that you have to go out there and find a Sagittarius? That's the only way you'll be happy? Not necessarily, but someone who embodies the spirit of Sagittarius would be very balancing for you. Why? Well, Sagittarius is going to let you be yourself. That's what Sagittarius energy is about. It's Jupiter. It's about authenticity. And as a Gemini rising, you can have a chameleon aspect to your personality because you're able to slip in and out of social situations and different ways of communicating. So that can rub people the wrong way, but a Sagittarius person or someone with Sagittarius energy is going to give you the freedom of being yourself in that way without much explanation, because Sagittarius wants that in return. It wants the freedom to be themselves. And Sagittarius is not needy. And as a Gemini rising, even if you have more serious parts in your chart, there's a part of you that doesn't want to be weighed down by needy people or people who bring a lot of serious obligation into your life. you could be a little bit scared of that and feel imbalanced. So someone who embodies the spirit of Sagittarius will not weigh you down with neediness and will give you that freedom because they need freedom. It also will bring an element of warmth into your life, because as a Gemini rising, you can see the world through a very logical mercurial lens, and that can be kind of lonely sometimes. Sometimes you feel like you know people so well and it's disappointing to you and it makes you cynical. So Sagittarius fire will warm up that cold air and will bring an element of optimism into your life. Like, even though you're able to dive into people's psyches and to understand why they make decisions, and it makes you not have faith in the world, Sagittarius is going to teach you how to have faith in the world and to be a positive thinker, because through positive thinking you can manifest your dreams. And that's kind of like how Sagittarius operates. It's ruled by Jupiter. It has faith that all of its grandiose desires will come true, and the universe usually is very kind to Sagittarius individuals. So that type of energy will be very wonderful for you, Gemini rising. Also, someone with Sagittarius energy is going to be able to keep up with your high intellect, which is very important for you. You don't want to feel slowed down mentally by a partner. And it'll be someone for you to have fun with. That's, you need a buddy to have fun with, so that will be really great for you. So what about internally? What can you incorporate in yourself to polish your rising sign, Gemini rising? Well, Sagittarius is a huge, big picture thinker, which this will be great because you guys are creatures of the moment, which is very useful, and you can have such a fun life with that energy. But sometimes it can be disruptive in terms of seeking stability in your life, because you don't have a final destination. You don't have any big picture purpose sometimes in those moment to moment lifestyle you can get into. So incorporating that Sagittarius, need for a destination and need for a big picture of something can do a lot of good for you, because you can question yourself in those moments and say, well, is this small action, is this moment that I'm trying to preserve going to bring me towards my dreams? Is it going to bring me towards something I want in my future? So it's directing you to be more future minded a little bit. Also, Sagittarius energy is action oriented, and this could be great for you guys because Gemini risings are so talented, because you guys are just so smart and you want to know about everything, and you can be just someone with a lot of talents. But maybe, and Sagittarius can fall into this rut too, where you just know a little bit of everything but you don't know a lot about one thing. So Sagittarius person, even though they can have similar issues, is a fire sign and is more action focused. So incorporating the action focused part of Sagittarius in yourself can help you curate one of your many hobbies and to polish it and to really bring it to life. Also, Sagittarius energy is very generous, so maybe becoming a more generous version of yourself, especially with your small circle of loved ones, will make you feel pretty good, and you might not even realize it. All right, let's talk about love tips. If you are interested in a Gemini rising, how can you reel them in? How can you get them interested in you? Well, it's important that you always present yourself as someone who's smart. Maybe not smarter than them, they want to be the smartest, but you have to present yourself as an intelligent person, because they are very turned off by people who aren't very intelligent. You need to learn how to pique their curiosity, understand what they're into, their hobbies, so you can have stuff to talk to them about, and never reveal everything about yourself. Always leave them wanting to know more about you, because it's very important that you keep that curiosity about you alive in their minds. That's how they're going to not forget about you. That's how you're going to become someone that they just want more and more of. And most importantly, don't let them feel like you're weighing them down. Like, don't be too needy. Support their freedom and give them the space. They will come back if they're interested in you, and if they feel like you're too intense or you're too much, like, they will back away, unless they have more serious parts in their chart, like Scorpio or Capricorn, even Libra, which is very relationship oriented. That could change. But in general, they don't like to feel weighed down or like they're obligated to someone, especially right away. So keep it light and fun and be up for spontaneity. Don't like make them feel bad about being spontaneous. Just go with it, and they'll really be drawn into that because they want to have fun with someone. They want to be curious with someone. They want to discover new things with someone and have beautiful moments. So yeah, good luck to you if you're trying to catch a Gemini rising. Alright you guys, I had a lot of fun making this video. Please share with me what you think, what resonated with you, and share anything with me about your Gemini rising experience. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!